Pricing strategy, how to know if it's time to raise your rates and make more profit. Our mission is to help small business owners exactly like you. Please click the bell and subscribe, and then that way we can get more pieces of content out there to you and other small business owners just like you. Have you ever wondered if your pricing strategy is leaving money on the table? Or are your prices just stuck in the past? Follow my video and let's explore this area. Inflation has been absolutely crazy in the last year. We've lived through hyperinflation and prices have gone up savagely. So in relation to your pricing, if your costs have gone up, you need to look at your pricing to see if your profit has been absolutely eroded due to hyperinflation. So what is this for you and your business? You need a pricing strategy because that will link into targeting your ideal customer. Now, with pricing strategies, you have a few different options. You either go super premium, which is like a Michelin star service. You either go somewhere in the middle, which could be like a Sainsbury's, if you took it in a supermarket basis, or if you looked right down at the bottom, you'd be looking at somewhere that's really cheap, which would be like a Costco or a Lidl. So when you're looking at your pricing strategy within your business that links to your business strategy, where are you in your business? Now, you don't have to be the top level, you don't have to be the bottom level, but what you need to be is consistent with the level of service that you're providing your customers and also the pricing strategy that is attached to it. The problem that I see with small business owners is they'll look to give an amazing service, but they'll be charging little prices. So it's inconsistent. They're giving stuff away for free that could be known as scope creep. But what you need to make sure that you're doing is the service that you're delivering is consistent with the price. So where is that for you and your business today? Are your current prices profitable, or are you over or underpriced? Now, with a lot of small business owners that I talk to, this can sometimes be a little bit of a let's stick our finger up in the air. Or it can be, I'll look at what my competitors are charging and I'll charge 5% less. But that doesn't mean it's profitable. So when you're looking within your business, do you know how many items or bits of service that you need to sell and for what price that would make you profitable? Because to do that, you need to understand what your gross margin is and you need to understand what your overheads are. Once you have a clear idea of this, you will be able to understand your pricing strategy and understand whether you are profitable or not. Because there's a lot of business out there that are looking at things like discounting, which absolutely destroys your profit. And that can sometimes end up as a small business owner that you're a really busy fool. But I know you don't fall into this trap. Understanding your costs first to set a profitable price. Now, I call this the upside down approach. And the way that you do this is you look at your overheads to say, right, these are my overheads I need to run my business. This is the profit that I'm looking to earn for my business. So I need to know that if my profit plus my overheads needs to be what margin that I need to make from the product. It doesn't necessarily need to be a product, it can also be a service as well. And then once you know what gross profit you need to earn, if you know what your margin is consistently, you can then work it backwards to see exactly what turnover you're going to need. One, to support your business, and secondly, to attain the level of profit that you desire within your business. So what is that for you? There are some other pricing strategies that are well worth thinking about. There's ones called market-based pricing, where you look at the markets, you'll see what everyone else is selling. A common way to do this is if you're selling products on Etsy or Amazon, you'll be able to see what your customers are selling it for, to then see if you can make a margin from that price. Another really cool way of pricing could also be value-based pricing, where you don't necessarily look at the time it took you to do the job, but you look at the value that it creates. So an example could be for someone like myself. If I've got an opportunity where I could save someone £10,000 in tax, and it's legal, most clients are going to normally sign up for that. Now, a good way to price this could be I charge you a percentage of the tax saved. Now, that could be any percentage, it could be 10, 20, 30, and this is known as value-based pricing. For professional services, this could be a really effective way of pricing because you could give a tangible benefit to your customer, which is X. You can then say, this is going to cost you Y, and you are going to walk away with this with a profit. It's really clean, it's really easy to understand. So I'm a really big advocate for any form of value-based pricing. An incorrect pricing strategy will not always give your product or the service the value that it is truly worth. And let me give you an example. If you're selling something that's too cheap, but it's a high value service because you bottled pricing it at the price that it should have been, your customers, we devalue that because it's cheaper. Now, regardless of what anyone says, and regardless of, oh, this is amazing, price has an impact on how you make your customers feel. So if you're selling your stuff where it's too cheap, your customers will think that's too cheap as well, because that's the energy that you put on it. But on the flip side, if you're selling stuff that is rubbish and it's too expensive, you are not going to get any form of brand loyalty from your customers. So you need to make sure that you're being brave and courageous and you're pricing things at what they should be priced at, but also you are also making sure that you're getting people, if it's a product that, or service that will allow repeat purchases, to carry on buying. Because people ultimately want to feel like that they're getting value, but also people also want to make them feel like that they're getting quality as well. And price, regardless of what anyone tells you, is attracted with quality. Understand your customers to the point of where you know their pain points, you know they're struggling, and what your product solves. Now, if your product solves something that not a lot of people can fix, they can't find much on the market, that is a premium. And you need to make sure that you really understand your customers on why they're buying your product and why they think it's awesome. Because there is sometimes their driver for why they're buying it from you could be different from what you're feeling. So do you have a really good rapport with your customers where they know what they're buying and why they're buying it from you all of the time? Are you providing value of money for your customers? Your customers should feel that they are getting benefit from spending money with you and ending up with your product or service where it makes them feel better. It makes them feel like it's valuable. It makes it feel like they've got a worthwhile investment. If they do, you've got a lot more chance of your customers buying from you again, and even better, you've got a potential of getting them to be referrers in the future. And that, my friends, is your unpaid sales force, which is one of the best places to be if you're getting referrals from current customers. The big trap, don't fall into discounts. If you watch our business growth program, which I'll put the link down at the bottom, you will see the absolute pain and suffering of discounts. Now, it's so easy, isn't it, to sit in front of a customer and they're almost there to sign up and they go, can I have a discount? Now, it's great to have a load of objections lined up so you don't fall into that trap, but ultimately, the more discounts that you give, the more this absolutely destroys your bottom line. So any good work that you've done implementing all of the actions earlier on in this video are going to be destroyed. Your profit's going to be killed, and you are going to end up being a busy fool. Now, sometimes there's deals to be done with value exchanges. I do it all the time. But ultimately, just don't give discounts away, because that way you are giving part of your product away for free. Now, I hope this video's really helped. But if you've got any questions that have come up, I'll happily jump on a discovery call with you. Click my Calendly link below. I promise there'll be no pushy sales pitch. I'll get to know you and look to provide value on that call. We have a range of webinars specifically designed for small business owners like you. So check out our business growth program. This is where we're looking for businesses to go from surviving to thriving, or they're doing okay to awesome. So if you're looking to improve your business or you're looking to scale, check out our link below for our business growth program. I'd love to see you on our webinar very soon.